Hello, this is another video journal. This is the journal about the interviews and the behavior I'm doing for my functional behavioral analysis for this class. I am doing a little guy named Antonio. Antonio is in the 4th grade and has autism. And the behavior he displays is screaming, profanity, physical aggression towards adults and peers, and hand flapping and loss of eye contact. I interviewed the gen ed teacher, the classroom teacher, and the parents. Here is what I initially learned. During recess or special ed class, Antonio's behavior seems to be often occurring to obtain a preferred item or to avoid negative reinforcement. The special ed teacher has attempted to use a clip up, clip down system for her class as part of her general classroom management system. And if Antonio has any negative consequences, for example, like clipping down, he responds very poorly and the behavior escalates. The teacher also tried a homeschool communication log with a check-in, check-out, and that also did not improve the behavior. It seemed to increase his anxiety. You'll find out why, I believe, in the parent interview portion of what I did. He does seem to respond best in talking with the SPED teacher with a positive reinforcement. So during my interview with the gen ed teacher, he goes into the general education classroom for about 45 minutes a day to do language arts. Academically, he is totally capable at this level. However, he often will display behavior mostly towards the teacher to escape back into the special ed classroom. It usually involves cussing at the teacher or screaming, sometimes throwing things. And the gen ed teachers told me that he has tried to instruct his other Antonio's classmates to ignore the behavior, and that seems to escalate the behavior. And then it's usually followed by escape back into the gen ed classroom. Based on this interview, I believe the function of Antonio's behavior from the gen ed classroom is probably escape. Most behavior, not all, but most, both the SPED teacher and the gen ed teacher have relayed that it starts with some loss of eye contact and hand flapping. Seems to be a cue that he's starting to have anxiety about something, and then it quickly escalates. In my parent interview, parents reported that while he does scream and sometimes use profane language at home, when he doesn't get a preferred item, there is no physical aggression at home. Their primary consequence to this behavior at home seems to be punishment, usually a loss of electronics or a threat of loss of electronics. And at one point, they showed Antonio a video of kids going to jail. And so it's, I knew to ask about this because he would get escalated at school and say, "Don't tell my mom I'm not going to jail. So I would say that the increased anxiety we're seeing at school about home and school communication in use of a first then chart with the daily behavior reporting or calling the parents to do an interview, even though the teacher and the school psychologist have both said to the parents, we're just looking to find the function of the behavior and try to help him, their only parenting strategy seems to be punishment. And so Antonio is having increased anxiety at school as a result about anything that could be negative. So that's what I have so far. My plan is to next do a rating scale with the teacher or both teachers, and do some formal observations of the behavior to gather baseline data on Antonio. He's kind of an anxious, complicated little kid, and so hopefully this assignment is helpful to me and to him. That's all I've got for this video journal. Bye.